guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which we are going to be trying out new makeup products. These are new products that I did in a haul like maybe in the beginning of September, and we are currently in October. I've just had these products here and there back and forth and filming other videos, and these just got kind of lost through the loop. I finally sat down today to use these products, and one of these products in specific was very requested, which is why it was in the back of my head to film it and use this palette. So the palette we're going to be using and we use for today's makeup look is this palette from Profusion. This is the Mirage palette, and it's very, very popular right now. It's still very popular. When I saw this palette, I was like, okay, I don't need another warm tone eyeshadow palette, but this palette is so affordable, and I had previously bought another Profusion palette that I really, really liked, so I decided to get this one because, come on, look at these colors. They are absolutely stunning. They're very pigmented. Today's look was supposed to be honestly more burgundy wine tone vibes, and then I ended up with this like very orange, like fire orange. I was gonna say fire red orange. So since I already had set my backdrop and my earrings, I decided to pair the look with burgundy wine tone lips. So this isn't technically a full face of new products because I don't have foundation, I don't have contour, I don't have blush. I'm just trying the new products that I showed in that haul that weren't like products that I had already used in a video. These are products that, you know, I still wanted to use on camera for the first time. The only thing I do have like face wise is concealer and a new powder. This is a Juno&Co Juno Blur setting powder, and this is a brightening one. They sent me this one on accident. I ordered the translucent one, and I've had this in its box for so long that I didn't even check it. I think I got this in August, the end of August. I got the powder and I just put it aside because I knew I wanted to film this video. So today that I was getting the links and everything, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a translucent and a brightening powder. It's like, I wonder which one I got, because I remember just opening the box and seeing this like beige and the translucent one is white. So I came to check it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a brightening one. But I will say that I did like it. So that's a plus. Although I did email them and they will be sending me the translucent one, so I will use it in another video. Now, if you guys would like to see this eye makeup look using this beautiful, beautiful palette, and obviously the rest of the other products on my skin, then just keep on watching. Starting off with this Covergirl concealer. This is a True Blend Undercover Concealer, and I have mine in the shade M150 Buff Beige. I feel like this is a perfect shade for me and to highlight my under eyes. This concealer is full coverage and a little bit goes a long way. I usually do one dip of concealer under my eyes. With this, I feel like with one dip, you can cover both of your under eyes, the bridge of my nose, my chin, and definitely my forehead. Today I just did my under eyes and the bridge of my nose. I feel like it was a lot of concealer, but it still blended out nicely and it doesn't feel heavy or cakey under the eyes. It blends out beautifully, which is something that I like a lot about this concealer. I see this becoming one of my top favorite concealers. It's affordable and it's really good. Obviously, you guys can see the packaging. It is big. It does resemble the Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like every concealer nowadays resembles that Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like this is hands down way, way better than the Tarte. I personally don't like the Tarte. I always tell you guys this. And a lot of people always compare new concealers to the Tarte one. I just feel like the Tarte concealer is overhyped in my opinion, because it doesn't really work that good. Maybe because it doesn't work good for me and my skin that I feel like it's overhyped. You know, you can love it and that's totally fine. It just doesn't work out for me. Now, to set my foundation and my concealer, I'm going to be using the new Juno&Co Juno Blur Makeup Setting Powder, and this is a brighten one. They do have a translucent, and this one I ordered the translucent but got this one sent on accident, like I told you guys at the beginning of the video. I love the packaging on this. I know it gets dirty and fingerprints very easily, but I mean, if you clean it off, you can see it has a very nice packaging. The component is actually very nice and it feels sturdy. It feels very well made. This resembles the Huda Beauty packaging, the inside of it. It has that same little material. It's like a mesh material, and you press down and the powder comes up like that. I like that. On this one, it's a little bit easier to get the product. On the Huda Beauty one, I feel like no matter how much I press, I just have to flip it over and, like, you know, hit the powder so it can come out. On this one, I will show you guys. You dip and you can get the powder right away. I dip my sponges in there and it works beautifully. I feel like the mesh is a little more stretchy as opposed to the Huda Beauty one. I saw a lot of people comparing this to the Huda Beauty. I will have to see with the translucent one that's a little, you know, lighter than this one. This is a cream color. It's still light. It looks translucent to me, honestly, and I really like it. This inside cap is like a baby pink color, and you know, the cap up here is more of a rose gold mirrored color. Very pretty. Sorry for the noise. And that's that on this powder. I actually really like it. Moving on to the eye makeup, we will be using the Profusion Mirage palette. This palette is only $13. That is incredibly affordable. The palette has 35 eyeshadows. It has a combination of matte shades, shimmery shades, glitter, pressed glitters. This one right here, this one right here, and this one up here are pressed glitters, and I did decide to use all of them today on my eyes. I was definitely going for more of a burgundy vibe, but I feel like the contrast between everything else burgundy and my orange, like fire with a hint of like burgundy red eyes, just looks so pretty. The eyeshadows blend very nicely. I really feel like they have such an amazing quality for the price, and you know, you can make this your everyday palette. This is a perfect fall palette. They have a wide variety of different, you know, color families. If you don't necessarily like these warm ones, I saw they have one with more like greens and, you know, shades like that. And then they also have little palettes, like a neon colorful one. They have a more neutral one. They have a lot of different color palettes, and I love that about Profusion. I want to buy their two little pressed glitter palettes because they look beautiful. And now that I tried these, this is my first time trying this palette, I am so head over heels for it. Especially, I love that it's affordable, and I know not everyone wants to spend $75, $65 on a Huda Beauty palette or whatever. Anastasia Beverly Hills $45 palette. Now her palettes are $60. I mean, girl, you can get like 3 of these Profusion palettes for half of the price of one of the new Anastasia palettes. And that's not me being shady or anything like that, but I just rather recommend something to you guys that is more affordable, that, you know, palettes I feel nowadays, you use them once and, you know, they're old news. So spending a lot of money on palettes, it gets, you know, like to be too much. Honestly, it does for me. I spend the money sometimes and I pick and choose my palettes because, you know, I do this for you guys to review the products and recommend products for you guys, but it does get tiring sometimes to buy all these high-end products when I spend $13 on a palette like this, and it brings me more joy than spending $60, $40, $70 on a palette. I don't know. I just really like this palette. I recommend it. I love the colors, and I will definitely be using it this fall because these colors are all up my alley. Like all of them. They are beautiful. This color is absolutely stunning. I'll do a few swatches of some of the other eyeshadows that maybe I didn't use, like this gold. Oh my gosh, this one right here. Oh, those shimmery shades are absolutely stunning. Look at those. They are very pigmented, very shimmery, but not like chunky. And look at that. well, my swatches suck, but you get the deal. Now for my lower lash line, I decided to do the little, you know, crystals that are super popular right now and super in. And I was like, you know what? Let me get another round of these little crystals on a look, because I just felt like I had these orange little crystals. They went perfect with this look and it just gives it an extra pop. I would honestly go out like this because I just feel like it's a cute little pop that you don't expect in the lower lash line. So if you've been wanting to wear this trend, or, you know, try out this trend, try it in your lower lash line, even if you start with one in the center and just see how you feel, and then you move on and do all like the ones I did, all underneath in my lower lash line. I don't know, it's just a cute little pop. Now for highlighter, I decided to use my new Physicians Formula Rose All Day highlighter, and this is in the color Petal Glow. This is so freaking beautiful. Do you guys see that color? It's such a beautiful gold, but it has kind of like a pink undertone. It's so pretty. Look at that color. It just melted so beautifully into my skin. Oh, I love how this highlighter looks on the skin. It blends beautifully. It's just such a beautiful color. I definitely want to pick up a couple other shades. I know they have 4 shades. I at least want to pick up one more because I think the other 2 are a little too dark, but definitely one more shade that caught my attention. Now for the lips, I'm going to be applying this Focalier Matte Lips Liquid Lipstick. Now I will say this liquid lipstick was the least pigmented as opposed to the other 3 that I got. They were sent to me to try out. I did do a full Focalier, you know, trying out their products for the first time, but obviously I could only wear one liquid lipstick in that video, and I've used the other 2 in another video. So this was the one that I had left, which is the color 02 Burgundy, and it's such a beautiful color. Really, really pretty. I would recommend that you apply a lip liner underneath and then fill in your lips and then go over this, because if not, it will look a little patchy. This one's definitely sheer, which I don't like when dark liquid lipsticks are sheer, because you have to layer more on. Then they become very dry and, you know, flaky. As you can see, this one's a bit flaky from the inner rim of the lip, but it's a beautiful color nonetheless. I do like the formula of the other 3 that I have. This one I would definitely, again, say you pair with the lip liner. I should have paired it with the lip liner, but this way I know how it works without the lip liner. I like to try products out with nothing, no help, so that I can really see how they work. You know, if I have to do a little extra something, add something, you know, all that jazz. Hope you guys like this look. I am so obsessed with this palette. Like, I am so obsessed. I'm so happy I used it. And that orange shade, this one right here is fire. Literally, like, this look is fire. I really like everything I used. Everything worked out really nice on my skin. I am obsessed. Most of the things are affordable. This powder isn't like super expensive, but it's also not affordable. But I actually really like how it sets my skin, and it kind of gives my skin that blurred effect, especially in my like larger pore area. So I really like that about that powder. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all your support, and like always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.